Shipping your products to the Amazon FBA warehouse is a crucial step for your Amazon business success. Today we'll be talking about how to ship your product to the Amazon FBA warehouse, and this process might seem a bit overwhelming at first, but don't worry, I will guide you through it step by step. From preparing your products to creating shipping plans and understanding Amazon's requirements, we'll cover everything you need to know. Ensuring your products reach Amazon's warehouse efficiently and safely is very important for maintaining your inventory and keeping your customers happy. So let's get started and make this process as smooth as possible for you. Alright, so first things first. To get your product shipment into the Amazon FBA warehouse, simply visit sell.amazon.com and create your Amazon seller account. Once you have your seller account, log in and get ready to start the process. Before you start shipping, you have to make sure that you have a listing of your product that you want to ship the product to Amazon warehouse before you do that. And if you haven't created a listing yet, make sure to check out my video for a step-by-step how to create a product listing on your Amazon seller account. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kamil Jamaliye. I've been on Amazon for over a year, and I'm here to equip you with valuable insights to excel in the world of Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're eager to learn on how to achieve success with your Amazon FBA business. Alright, so if you've got your seller account set up and running and your product all set in your managed inventory, go to the manage inventory section, scroll down to find the product you want to send to the Amazon warehouse, click on the drop down menu next to the edit button and select send replenish inventory. If you don't see this option, maybe your item is currently set to be fulfilled by merchant. Just simply change this by clicking on the change to fulfilled by Amazon button. This might take 15 minutes to kick in, but once it's in, now your listing has been set up to be an FBA listing. Just a quick warning for all new sellers out there. There are some huge and common mistakes that could end up costing you thousands of dollars and delaying your shipment, or worst case scenario could even end up postponing your sales. But don't worry, I've got your back. Pay close attention as I will walk you through how to avoid these common mistakes when shipping your products to Amazon. And here is the first mistake: selecting the wrong ship from address. This might seem minor, but it can cost you a lot of time and money. So before you do anything else, take a moment to double check that address and make sure it's correct. If it's not, click the option to ship from a different address. Then add a new product with the correct address. This step is really important because if your product are being shipped directly from the manufacturer, you will want to use their address instead of your own. By default, your personal address will be selected, so you need to update it if the products are coming from a different location. If you're inspecting the products at your house first, then your personal address is fine. Just make sure you've got the correct ship from address entered to avoid any complications along the way. Here's a secret hack that can save you a lot of money if you're shipping products from China. If your manufacturer is overseas, say in a place like China, and you want to ship directly from them to the Amazon warehouse, consider finding a ship from address in California. This trick ensures that Amazon will select a fulfillment center located in California for your shipment. By doing this, you can significantly reduce your shipping cost and streamline the process. While it is a widely used strategy among many Amazon sellers, this practice technically goes against Amazon's rules. It is something to consider, but do it at your own risk. Next up is that you need to select the marketplace destination. If you're targeting sales in the United States, select the United States as your marketplace. If you're looking to expand to Canada, the UK, Europe, or other markets, ensure that you choose the correct marketplace. Next, let's talk about fulfillment capability. For most sellers planning to sell exclusively on Amazon, the standard fulfillment by Amazon FBA option is usually the best choice. But remember, the right option for you depends on your specific selling strategy. If you're planning to sell products on your own website and you want Amazon to handle the shipping, select the blank box option. This choice allows Amazon to fulfill all your orders for both Amazon sales and those from your website. However, if you're likely only selling on Amazon initially, opt for standard fulfillment. If this is your first time shipping a product to Amazon, you will need to create a new case pack template. So what's a case pack? A case pack refers to a container designed to hold multiple units of your product. You will provide Amazon with the dimensions of your case pack or box and create a template, since you will likely be sending in the same number of units and the same size with each shipment. So this way you're sending the same box with multiple units to Amazon, so it will be much easier to enter the number of boxes that you're shipping that contain a specific number of units in each box. If your product didn't come in boxes, you can easily buy boxes at your local Walmart or Home Depot. Order them from Amazon or uline.com. Here are some key points to keep in mind when creating your own new template. The Amazon warehouse has specific requirements. Ensure that the case or the box you're shipping in doesn't have any side longer than 25 inches. Additionally, once you've packed all your units into the box, ensure that it doesn't weigh over 50 pounds. Otherwise, Amazon will give you a warning for shipping heavy boxes to the Amazon warehouse. You will need to name these templates accordingly. So if you have a box template that you are going to be using every single time, save it and create it as a template. This way that you can go back and select it every single time. Then select the number of units per box and input the dimensions. Next, review the prep category. For most products, no prep is needed. However, take a moment to check if there are any specific requirements for your product. For example, if it's an adult item, baby products, fragile glasses, or if it contains liquids, Amazon may require additional prep for these items. If no prep is required, simply click to save the template. Now this is going to become your go-to or default template that you're going to use to ship products to Amazon. And it's recommended that you start using the same boxes. Unless you want to change it to a different type of box, then you will have to create a new template. The next mistake involves improper preparation of your products. Now the specifics of how you prepare your product can vary depending on its category. If your product falls into one of those categories we discussed earlier, where preparation is required, you must conduct a thorough search to know what specific steps are needed to prep your items correctly. Another significant mistake I often observe new Amazon sellers are making is incorrectly labeling their products. Specifically, this refers to labeling the individual units within FSKU, which stands for Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit. This is a unique identifier used by Amazon and its FBA warehouses to track the stock of the products you're selling. The UPC or Universal Product Code is distinct from the FSKU. An UPC code is a barcode that all products have, serving as a universal identifier for each item. Basically, the UPC code is what is scanned in the Walmart or in groceries to identify the specific product. In contrast, the FSKU is specific to Amazon's fulfillment network, providing a unique tracking code for each unit of your product within Amazon's system. Here is how they differ. Imagine you, me, are selling the same brand of shampoo on Amazon. The shampoo that we both sell will be selling have their own UPC codes. However, Amazon needs a way to distinguish your shampoo from mine, because both shampoos are going to have the same UPC code. That's where the UPC or FSKU comes in. It's like a unique code assigned specifically for you to use as a seller. By adding the FSKU to your products, Amazon can effortlessly track, manage, and distinguish your inventory from somebody else's who might be selling a similar product. In short, the FSKU ensures your product doesn't get mixed up with identical products from other sellers. It keeps things organized and simplifies inventory management for both you and Amazon as well. Okay, so here is a handy tip depending on your selling strategy. If you're into retail arbitrage or wholesale, make sure to put your FSKU sticker right on top of the UPC code. But if you're into private label or selling your passion product, you can print your FSKU directly into your product. Not only does this save you the hassle and cost of creating stickers, but it also gives your product that professional touch. If printing the FSKU directly on your product isn't applicable for you, no worries. I would recommend either applying the stickers yourself or having your manufacturer print the FSKU stickers and put them on your products for you. Just don't let Amazon handle the labeling for you, because they will charge you 50 cents per unit. So do it yourself or work with your manufacturer to get those FSKU labels on your products before being shipped into the Amazon warehouse. To get your FSKU, head over and click on Print SKU Labels. Print out your FSKU labels specifying how many units you need labeled. Let's say, for example, you need 30. Click on Print, and there you go. You will get a sheet filled with barcodes. And now they are ready to be printed. Print the barcodes on the sticker paper, and they are ready to stick on your products. It is an easy process, but it can be a bit time consuming since you have to do it individually. That's why I would recommend have your manufacturer do it, and even better if you can just print it directly on the product itself. This way, when it's manufactured on your packaging, it's already on there and you don't have to do this step. That's why having your manufacturer handle it for you will be a lot easier. You can either ask them to print the barcode directly onto your product or request them to print out the stickers and apply them for you. They will typically do this for a very small fee. And just like that, you've saved yourself a ton of time and hassle. Once you're finished with this template, simply click Save. Next, you will let Amazon know how many boxes you will be sending in. Hit Ready to Send, then click Confirm and continue from here. From here, head on to Confirm Shipping. You will see a section down below where you will select a ship date. Take a look at your option. Amazon gives you two choices: small parcel delivery and the option of less than truckload. Let me break down the difference between small parcel delivery and less than a truckload for you. But before I do that, if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. So with small parcel delivery, you will want to use this option if you're planning on packaging your units into boxes and then either dropping them off to UPS yourself or have a UPS truck swing by and pick them up. This is the most common choice if you're sending a smaller amount of inventory. But if you're sending a huge quantity of your product into the Amazon warehouse, select less than truckload. With this option, a truck will go to your house or your manufacturer's location and pick an entire pallet of your product. Before you go with this choice, be sure to double check with your manufacturer that you're on board with a truck coming to pick up the products. You will need to instruct them properly to palletize and wrap your products for shipment. If you're sending a large quantity of products into the Amazon warehouse, don't stick with a small parcel delivery. Transition to less than truckload instead. Start sending an entire pallet or even multiple pallets of your product at once. This not only streamlines the shipping process, but also saves you time and money in the long run. So if you're scaling up your business and ramping up your inventory, it is time to level up your shipping game too. If you're sending thousands of units, you can actually schedule a truck to come directly to your house, equipped with a lift gate. They will pick up an entire pallet right from your home, making the process incredibly convenient. And guess what? This move can cut your shipping cost in half, which is a huge win when you're dealing with large quantities of inventory. If you select less than a truckload as your shipping option, you won't be using UPS instead. Amazon will connect you with a local trucking company. Just keep in mind that the process for less than truckload shipments is a bit different from small parcel delivery through UPS. So if you're opting for less than truckload, be prepared for a slightly different shipping experience. It's actually quite inexpensive to send your products into the Amazon warehouse. Why? Because you get to take advantage of the UPS shipping rates. That's right, you can save a lot of money on your shipping costs. Now, if you're tempted to explore other shipping options, you certainly can. Just click on non-Amazon partnered carrier. You will have the choice of using services like DHL, FedEx, USPS, or another one. However, opting for these alternatives could significantly increase your shipping costs. In general, I highly recommend sticking with UPS, especially if you're doing small parcel delivery. Once you're done with selecting a shipment, click Accept Charges and confirm your shipping details. Next up, you will need to print out the box labels. These labels will go on the outside of the cases you're sending into Amazon. You will receive two labels. The first one is the UPS label, which is used for UPS to scan your package and track it. Attach this label to the box. You will also attach the second label, the Amazon FBA Box ID label. This label is crucial because when you ship into the Amazon Fulfillment Center, Amazon will scan it to precisely locate your package within their warehouse. Every time your package moves around the warehouse or is transferred to a different one, Amazon will scan this label. It's an important part of their tracking system, so making sure they can keep tabs on your individual products at all times. That's why you must handle this label with care. Make sure it remains uncovered. Don't accidentally tape over any parts that need to be scanned. Doing so could cause scanning issues, which might lead to problems like lost inventory, rejection of your shipment, or even unexpected charges from Amazon to rectify the situation. Before we dive any deeper, it is crucial to highlight some key details you absolutely must double check on these labels. Failing to do so could spell trouble for your shipment. Think lost products or unexpected charges from UPS. So here's the drill. First, ensure that the weight is correct for each individual box or case. Next, double check that the dimensions are spot on for each box. It is also important to verify that both the ship from and ship to addresses are correct. And here's a sneaky one. Make sure the ship to address on the label matches the ship to address on the shipping form. It is these little details that can make all the difference in ensuring a smooth shipping process and avoiding any unwelcome surprises along the way. Here is another interesting thing. Notice how the ship to addresses on these two labels are actually different. That's because Amazon, in this case, is sending a package to different Amazon FBA warehouse. When it comes to printing out these labels, you've got options. You can either use sticker paper for a quick and easy application, or if you prefer, you can opt for regular paper, then simply cut out the labels and use tape to attach them securely to the cases or boxes that will be carrying your individual units. Once you've got your boxes all labeled up, you've got a couple of options for getting them to the right destination. You can swing by your local UPS store and drop them off, but if you're not keeping and making the trip, or if there isn't a UPS store conveniently nearby, you can actually schedule UPS to swing by your house and pick up the boxes for you. This can be a real game changer, especially if you're not located close to a UPS store, or if you're dealing with a large shipment. So go ahead and choose the option that works best for you. Now here's where things get really important. Pay close attention to this next step. Once you've sent your products off to the Amazon warehouse, you need to check on them. That means tracking their every move and staying on top of their status. How do you do that? Just head on over to your inventory and navigate to Manage FBA Shipments. When you land on the Manage FBA Shipments page, you're gonna see the status of your shipment. Here's the deal. Amazon gone ahead and split up your shipment into different batches. Why, you ask? Well, they've done this strategically so that the boxes can be sent to different warehouses through Amazon's vast fulfillment network. This is to get your products into the hands of eager customers as fast as possible. On this page, you can keep an eye on every detail of your shipment. You will see the order delivery date, shipment date, and when your items are in transit. It also shows the date your products were received by Amazon. From there, you can track how long it takes for Amazon to check in your products and clear the shipment. Ideally, you will see no shipping problems found, confirming that everything was received perfectly. UnderTrack Shipments, you can monitor each step of the process from delivery to receipt and everything in between. This is your go-to spot to track exactly where your shipments is at every step of the way. It is important to stay on top of this tracking process and ensure Amazon isn't losing your inventory. Sometimes packages or bits of your inventory can go missing, and if there are any errors, you need to act fast. Jump on immediately and make sure Amazon corrects the issue. This vigilance will save you headaches down the line and keep your business running smoothly, because Amazon couldn't really care less if you lose your inventory or not, and they're not going to notify you. The good news is, if Amazon does lose some of your inventory, they will reimburse you for the full price of your products. However, if you don't catch these mistakes, Amazon might assume it was an error, or it might be an error on your end and won't automatically pay you. This is why it's so important to keep a close eye on your shipments and address any issues promptly. Next, click on Contents at the top. This takes you to a page where Amazon verifies that all units have been received correctly. Ideally, it should say Shipment Received in Full. No discrepancies found, which is exactly what we want to see. However, sometimes Amazon might say that they received an incomplete quantity of your units. This is where it's crucial to have documentation of how many products you shipped to the warehouse. Without proof, you won't get reimbursed by Amazon. So always make sure to document and keep records of your shipments to avoid any issues. You can monitor these issues by clicking on the Problems tab. This is where you would be notified of any shipment level problems like delays, box level problems, or like missing or damaged boxes, and product level problems. And this could be something like discrepancies in the number of products delivered, or if some of your actual products were damaged. Remember, patience and proper planning are really important. Don't wait until a week or two before your product launch to ship your products to the Amazon warehouse. It can take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks for your products to be processed and available for sale. So plan accordingly to avoid any last-minute problems. Even after your products have been delivered to the warehouse, it can sometimes take weeks before they are checked in and available for sale. Ship your products at least 3 weeks before you expect them to be checked in. In some cases, it can take as long as 6 weeks or 8 weeks. This is why it's really important to monitor your inventory levels closely. If you see that your inventory is starting to run low, send in a new shipment as soon as possible. Running out of inventory on Amazon can really affect your sales and your product's ranking. So stay ahead of the game is really key in being successful on Amazon. And that's another big mistake I see new sellers making. They run out of inventory on Amazon because they mistimed their shipments. Some think that they will have enough time for shipping item to be replenished if they are about to run out of inventory, because Amazon will probably prioritize them. Well, I'm telling you that unfortunately this isn't the case. Amazon doesn't rush or prioritize your products just because you're about to run out of inventory. It can still take up to 6 to 8 weeks for your products to come in and be available for sale. To avoid this, you need to stay vigilant and plan ahead. Always ensure you send and replenish items well before your stock runs low to maintain a steady flow of inventory and avoid any disruptions in sales. On top of that, be aware that during the holiday season, waiting times can be even longer. While 6 weeks is typically the maximum wait time between shipping your products to the warehouse and having them checked in, there will be occasional delays, and it could take up to 8 weeks for your products to come in. Keep an eye on your inventory levels and be proactive about replenishing stock in advance, especially during peak seasons. This will help you avoid stockouts, ensuring your business runs smoothly even during the busiest time of the year. I also recommend sending in only half your inventory initially and then the other half a few days later. By creating 2 separate shipments, you mitigate the risk of losing all your inventory if one shipment encounters any issues. Under the shipment status, you will encounter various statuses that indicate the progress of your shipment. Amazon provides a list of these statuses, and it's important to familiarize yourself with them. Understanding these statuses will help you track your shipments more effectively and address any issues promptly. Keeping a close eye on the status of your shipment can help you act quickly if any problems arise, ensuring your inventory is always in stock and ready for customers. However, it's important to be aware that discrepancies can occur If this happens, you can upload documents to show Amazon that you did send in all the units that you claim. But by providing sufficient evidence, Amazon will compensate you as if those missing units were sold on their platform. Keep meticulous track of all your receipts. Every receipt and every seemingly unimportant document should be stored safely. For example, if you're shipping an entire pallet of your product, you will need to access the individual shipment summary and print out the bill of lading. This document is really important. It is what you will hand to the truck driver when they arrive to pick up the pallet. It verifies they're collecting the correct shipment. Without all the necessary paperwork, you risk encountering issues and potentially being charged a fee. When the truck driver picks up the pallet, they will provide you with a receipt. If your units happen to get lost, you will need the receipt as proof that you did indeed send in the entire pallet. I actually have lost a box that was shipped to Amazon, and Amazon will not notify you of any discrepancies in shipments. And if you don't keep a close eye on your shipment and follow up with Amazon, they will not try to resolve the issue for you, and in some cases possibly reimburse for your loss. Another important point to remember is the information provided on the bill of lading regarding the truck company tasked with picking up your pallet. You should give the company a call the day before the scheduled pickup. If they're collecting from your residence, it is essential to inform them that it is a residential address. This ensures they send a smaller truck, avoiding potential complications in picking up your product. Additionally, if you lack a forklift at your location, you must request a truck equipped with a lift gate for easy loading and unloading. A lift gate is a gate attached to the back of the truck that can be raised and lowered. It is incredibly useful for loading pallets, especially if you don't have a forklift available. If you're sending inventory from your own warehouse, it is essential to check whether your warehouse has a loading dock or a forklift available. If not, you will need to arrange for a truck with a lift gate. Additionally, make sure to confirm the pickup time with your warehouse to ensure everything runs smoothly. If the truck is scheduled to pick up the products from your house, make sure that someone will be home to facilitate the pickup. On the other hand, if the pickup is from your manufacturer, coordinate with your manufacturer to ensure that someone will be available to assist in loading the products onto the truck. One more common mistake many new Amazon sellers make when sending in inventory is sending either too much or too little. If you're sending in an excessive amount of inventory, it can end up sitting in Amazon's warehouse, accumulating storage fees month after month, which is something that I encountered when I sent in my first product. It sat there for over 8 months and I started encountering stocking fees, which cost me a lot of money. Conversely, if you send in too little inventory, you risk running out of stock, leading to missed sales opportunities and the potential of disappointing your customers. This also can lead to various complications, including the potential of being blacklisted by Amazon or a decrease in your product's ranking. A lower ranking means reduced visibility and fewer sales opportunities. To avoid this, always aim to maintain a stock level equivalent to about 3 to 6 months of sales. As you approach the 2-month or 3-month mark, you should replenish your inventory. This storage helps you avoid stockouts while also sidestepping long-term storage fees. Therefore, it is crucial to strike the right balance and regularly monitor your inventory levels to avoid both overstocking and understocking issues. Additionally, Amazon imposes long-term storage fees, LTSF, which happened to me, on inventory that remains in their warehouse for more than 6 months. These fees can significantly add to your expenses over time. To avoid this risk, it's advisable to send in only about 6 months worth of inventory at a time. This ensures that you have enough stock to meet demand without accumulating excessive storage fees due to inventory sitting idle for extended periods. So ensuring a smooth process for shipping your products to the Amazon FBA warehouse is essential for your success as an Amazon seller. If you find this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more valuable content on building your Amazon business. I am giving you the steps to start your own Amazon business here, and this information is really valuable, especially if you haven't started selling on Amazon yet. I am really passionate about sharing my knowledge and experience with you, so take advantage and leave any questions or comments below, and I will make sure to respond to them. See you in the next video, and stay passionate, and thank you for watching.